There we go. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Dippy Does It All, the podcast where curiosity meets chaos, and this time the chaos smells like hot dogs, nachos, sunscreen, and overpriced beer. Yep, it's baseball time. I'm Dippy, and today we're stepping up to the plate for a very special episode, Tales from the Trip, Baseball Stadium Edition. I've been on a mission to visit MLB stadiums across the country, and joining me for these innings, my favorite travel partner, fellow baseball nut, and absolute stadium snack connoisseur, Jackie.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the new studio.
Thanks for having me. This place is great.
Yeah, she doesn't like the microphone close to her face, though. She just won't admit it.
Am I still too far away?
No, you're fine.
I can't do it.
You're
it's making me
fine.
claustrophobic.
No, you look fine. Do you like the purple color?
I do. That one's really nice. And I like the orange. It looks nice together.
We made the lights purple in here, too, just because why not? I'm so excited to finally talk about this. We've racked up some serious miles and ate a lot of hot dogs.
Yes, we have.
I mean, we get fun foods, too, but sometimes you just want a hot dog.
Especially at baseball. That just goes together.
Yeah, exactly. And it smells like hot dogs everywhere.
That is true.
Not just because there's a lot of dudes at games. Gosh, that took a turn. We've seen the game in nearly every corner of the country. We cheered for our favorite team, the Red Sox, booed the Yankees, and somehow survived the humidity along the way. So let's break it down stadium by stadium, from our first pitch to our most recent adventure, which was last week. I think maybe it'd be valuable if we just tell people why it's the Red Sox, because I know people ask me quite often, and the answer of the neighbor boy was on the Taco John's Red Sox. I mean, that's really the reason. People look at me a little funny, but my parents weren't into baseball. They weren't. My dad liked NASCAR, and my mom goes sports ball, basically. She spends more time trying to add things up on the scoreboard than
She'd rather bring a book and have treats in the audience.
Yeah, she gets to go to all these really awesome games, sit on the field. Nope. She'd rather read her book.
It's just not her thing.
Nope. Well, anyway, the reason I'm mentioning that is they weren't into traditional baseball. When my really good friend Matt got put on the Taco John's Red Sox and we learned all about the actual Red Sox players, I got super excited about it. I would have cheered for any team that he was on. So thank goodness he didn't get put on the Orthopedic and Fracture Clinic Athletics.
That would have been unfortunate.
It would have been so unfortunate.
And I grew up in Iowa, so we don't have a professional baseball team or any professional sports team. So I was happy to adopt yours.
Yeah. So the Red Sox, for people that don't know, was founded in 1901, one of the original American League teams. The first team to win a World Series in 1903. Famously, they trade Babe Ruth to the Yankees, and they said that they got the curse of the Bambino, which cursed them for 87 years in their mind until they won the World Series again in 2004. Fenway Park is the oldest ballpark in the MLB, opened in 1912. You got the Green Monster and the pesky pole. David Ortiz was the huge comeback king in 2004. They famously came back down 0-3 to win 4-3, which is considered the greatest comeback in sports history. And the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry is unlike no other. But really the reason why I enjoy following them, and this is something you've learned as you've started following them with me, is their fan base is very loyal. And it stretches throughout the country. Like no matter where we go, it kind of feels like a home game most of the time.
Red Sox Nation is everywhere, and that is fun.
Exactly. And no matter if they're up, they're down, they're in a bad slump, heartbreak losses, or moments of absolute magic, the fans are there, and we're in it together. There's something special about rooting for a team that feels human, unpredictable, and full of personality. So here's where Jackie comes in, okay? She wanted me to come down to Universal, but I told her I would only do it if I could go to the Red Sox training camp, which is pretty close to Disney World and Universal. And she, of course, obliged because she really wanted me to go down there. But then the funny thing, which we can let her talk about, is she fell in love with the players so much that she watched almost every game that year. That was 2015.
I started off telling her that I thought baseball was boring and that it should only have 7 innings because no one wanted to sit there for an entire 9-inning game. And got to spring training and fell in love with watching David Ortiz and all of the players. So I think I watched more baseball than you did that year.
I think you did. It was really funny.
I'm not sure what happened.
Because she's just so obsessed. And I just kept saying, baseball's boring. And then it'd be the 8th or 9th inning. I'm like, this game should have been over 2 innings ago.
I won't live that one down, I'm sure.
But there is a lot of people that I don't think understand that baseball is very charming. I love that you can have it on in the evening and it's more relaxing but also exciting. I know that sounds like an oxymoron. You can tune in a little bit and tune out a little bit because you can tell when something good is about to happen. Versus when I watch hockey, I get so stressed out because I'm watching the puck back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't feel like I can actually rest. During a baseball game, I have moments of rest. And I also really like the crazy statistics that they talk about. Like, this pitcher can throw 86 miles an hour when the temperature is greater than 72. And that's a really terrible pitch these days in MLB. But back when we watched in the beginning, we had some knuckleball pitchers, and that's a good pitch right there. Throw people off on their timing. Now they want them throwing at least 95 plus.
And I miss the knuckleballers.
Yeah. But we don't need to bore people with pitch speeds because they'll tune out.
Probably.
So come back in. We're going to talk about the stadiums and the trips that we went on. And if you're not into baseball, that's cool. Listen to it because we're still going to talk about stuff we did when we were in the cities. All the different cities that we visited. And that's probably going to be interesting too. And you can also hear about how Jackie almost died.
We have had some questionable judgment with some of our trips, which we are trying to learn from.
Yeah, so stay tuned and find out how she almost died. So technically, we didn't start doing the baseball stadium vacations until 2015.
That was the first spring training trip.
Yes, first spring training trip. But we decided, like, we would really do this up in 2016 because David Ortiz, Big Papi, announced he was going to retire and he was going kind of on a retirement tour. So we went to a bunch of places in 2016.
I wanted to follow them around everywhere, but Elisa said I had to keep my job.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we were too young to retire. Nobody wants to pay for Cobra. But we're going to just touch on Target Field first as it's a ballpark that we both had been to first. We've had a lot of experiences at Target Field. It cost $552 million to build it in 2010. It seats 39,504 individuals. And it's where the journey started. It's a clean, modern ballpark with a nice skyline view. They tout the best mini donuts of any stadium, but somehow we keep getting the old soggy ones.
We do.
Every time Jackie smells the mini donuts, she's like, I have to get these. And then she brings them back to the seat and she says, I got the old bag. They gave me the old bag sitting in the case.
I think the problem is I don't buy the whole bucket because they make those fresh. I try and buy the bag for portion control because if I buy the bucket, I'll eat it all and then be sick.
Maybe we need to start buying the bucket and then, you know, like a flower girl in a wedding, how they just walk down the aisle and they throw a flower out. Maybe we need to just start tossing donuts into the stands.
I think that'd be a great way to make friends.
Yeah. Maybe we should. Do you think that you'd get kicked out?
I don't think so. If we got people's attention, we could throw it and try and get it in their mouth. It'd be like a game. Yeah?
Well, if you see us on the 6 o'clock news.
Mini donut arrest.
Yeah. Target Field has a built-in heating system under the field to keep the grass green and the frost off the cleats. We learned about that when we took our tour.
That was a fun tour.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did that because we live in Minnesota, which gets quite cold.
Yeah. And this was the only tour that we took when it wasn't baseball season. And that was cool because they brought you into the actual home locker room.
Yeah,
which
that was
you
a
can't,
first.
You can't when you go to the other tours because they're in there. Wouldn't that be funny if they just started parading people through the locker room? We got our first stamp in our passport at Target Field June 10th of 2016. And that's a fun thing. There's a little passport that you can buy and you can get a stamp and talk about the games that you were at. So that's how we remember all this stuff. We don't have like
It's
a crazy memory.
Very helpful. But
Yeah.
the stamp has the date on it and then the park. And then
Yeah.
the passport has a page for each ballpark. So we can help track where we went from there.
Yep. And you put on there who pitched and what the score was and everything like that. The game we went to for our passport stamp, the Red Sox won 8-1, and it was a Prince tribute night, and there was fireworks after the game. And I remember Anne joined us. That was a fun
right.
one. Yeah.
That was a fun one. It was evening and warm.
I love that most of our friends just oblige me, and they come along for these adventures.
I think they come for the company and less about what we're doing. But I'm glad they're getting exposed.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We've also had the pleasure of seeing Max Kepler's first MLB home run there.
That was neat.
And it was a walk-off in the 10th. Of course, it had to be against the Red Sox.
Less fortunate.
Lord, hear our prayer. We've gone to some Maverick nights at the ballpark, and we've done some Star Wars days.
That was interesting. People would come, they give you a free giveaway with a Star Wars-themed twin shirt. And people would come wearing multiple shirts they'd had for multiple years. They'd be wearing like 4 shirts.
Yeah. It's so crazy. It's amazing what a giveaway will do.
Yeah.
How many people will come out for a giveaway? We've seen that at a few of our stops.
We have. Especially bobbleheads back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Or a big draw.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. We also are going to jump ahead a couple years just to talk about it because we're talking about Target Field. We went to the 2019 American League Divisional Series game, so the playoffs. And we got to watch the Twins get their butt kicked by the Yankees, which sucked. Nobody wants the Yankees to win.
That is the one universal rule in baseball is everyone except for Yankee fans.
Yeah.
It's like 29 teams versus 1.
It was really awesome to see Target Field that happen, though.
The energy in that field was amazing. And usually we go to Target Field and it's not super full. And it was packed and people were cheering and standing up.
And we had Homer Hankies and everyone was doing the like little windmill thing with it. It was crazy. Everybody was cheering, right?
Yes, they were.
Sounded like that, didn't it?
Exactly like that.
Lots of cheering.
Boo Yankees.
Yeah, a lot of boos. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to organize these buttons better. Anything else about Target Field we should mention? Jackie is obsessed with Tom's Watch Party. If you go by Target Field and you're with Jackie, she's going to talk about Tom's Watch Party.
I'll probably drag you there. They have the best cornbread pancake that you've had in your life.
What's that other bar that has the little like rooftop deck thing that we sat on? And it's maybe Western themed?
Cowboy Jack's.
Yeah. Okay. So Cowboy Jack's. We went there a few times and ate out on the little roof deck that they have. And one time we were there very early because if you know us, you know we're crazy about getting to the place early. We want to make sure we can get our good parking stall so we can get out of the ramp, which serves us well because we tried to meet up with friends for ice cream after the game and we were out of the ramp at least an hour before them. We have a good spot. Not going to tell you because we don't want you parking there. But we went to Cowboy Jack's and we brought a game called Hive. And you know we like playing board games. And we were playing this game called Hive and you've got these tiles and it's kind of like a movable chess in a way, but you have these different kind of bugs. This sounds crazy. But you have these different kind of
really crazy.
You have these bugs and you're trying to surround the other person's bee. Okay. And the bugs have different powers they can do to move around on the table. And we're playing this, and the waitress keeps coming over and giving us dirty looks. And finally she goes, "What is this?" Like, oh, we're just bugs and we're trying to capture the other person's bee. And she looked at us like we were insane.
Well, then I had to try and get it through security, so they thought we were crazy too.
Yeah. Oh, that's another. We got to make sure we talk about that.
Yeah, we
do. Lord.
Upcoming.
I'm sorry this is all over the place.
This is all over the place.
But we are so excited because we love going on these trips. It's been so rewarding. All right, so let's get moving with the audience because we're already 16 minutes in.
Still talking about Target Field.
We'll probably less than that.
It is a great field, though.
I got to cut out some dead air when I was trying to find my button so that I could do the cheers. Okay. Anyway, the first stadium we went to besides our home one at Target Field was Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri, people. There's a difference. The fountains, the vibe. Kauffman felt like a throwback. Underrated stadium, in my opinion. It was built for $354 million in 1973 and has a seating capacity of 40,793. It got the largest privately funded fountain system in the world. More than 300 feet of dancing water, and none of it's drinkable. So I'm glad we didn't try to fill our water bottles up when we were sitting right by the fountains.
I love sitting back there. It was cool. It kind of like misted you.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this was midsummer and very hot when we were there.
Yeah, we went to the game the following day, and it was record heat, and we had seats higher up behind home plate, and you could see the ambulances just coming, one after the other, after the other,
They were just
after
lined
the other.
up getting people with like heat stroke or overheated.
The fact I didn't get it is insane.
And it was an evening game.
Yeah. Ugh.
I kept going and getting like snow cones for her and slushies and trying to keep her cool because she was not looking great.
Lord, you know me, I'm not good with the heat. I've got that Nordic blood. We actually went to our games there May 16th of 2016.
Oh, I guess it was earlier than I thought.
So it was a little earlier than our first twin stamp, but you know, we had to talk about Target Field first. One of the games in the series was postponed, so we actually saw a doubleheader, and Hanley Ramirez was dancing shirtless.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Was that when he was signing out of the bus too?
Yeah, and then he was signing out of the bus.
He
and
sat
it was
in the driver's seat of the
Yeah.
bus
And
and
it was
signing autographs.
ticking the security guys off. It was so funny. They're like, this is against the rules, you know?
They were very unhappy.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of kids though. What was going to happen?
Exactly. And you know, the worst part about this is the Red Sox lost 2-3. So
Yeah.
that stunk.
The good part was we had a hotel right across the street, so we didn't have to worry about parking. So the doubleheader, we just walked back and forth. So that was great.
There we are with our parking again. We are crazy.
We're old ladies.
I know. We are old ladies. Come on. It's all about getting in and out.
Yeah.
Kansas City, that was a cool place. That was the first time I'd been there. We checked out the barbecue.
Good
Which,
food.
you know, I'm super into the barbecue too. We haven't had a barbecue podcast. Stu.
Come on, Stu. Doug needs your help.
We need to
Stu,
do.
we need your help.
Yeah.
Come on, Stu.
We need to do a barbecue podcast. But if you don't know much about barbecue, Kansas City barbecue has a sweet profile to it, not a savory profile like Texas barbecue, which is superior. But anyway, we checked out the Kansas City barbecue scene, and we also went to the National World War I Museum.
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was there until we ran into it.
Neither did I. We're just walking around trying to go to the Legoland.
We're up our alley.
And we saw the World War I Museum, and we had to, of course, go into there. But yeah, we went to the Legoland, and the coolest part about that, they have a Lego certified professional, and there's only 15 of them in the world. So that is pretty spectacular. What's the name of the hotel that we stay at?
That one was Drury Inn.
Yeah, Drury Inn. If you don't know about the Drury Inn, they are not a sponsor, but they do offer a meal in the evening for free, and they always have a soda fountain with multiple different types of pop that you can fill up anytime you want. So truthfully, if there's a Drury Inn anywhere that you're going on vacation, you should probably check it out if you want to save a little money and always have that sweet, sweet Diet Coke fountain drink.
You don't even drink Diet Coke.
Well, okay. I don't, but everybody listening to this loves it. It's their fridge cigs. That's what they call them.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Cherry Coke Zero gal. I know. I don't know. You got anything, other fun memories from Kansas City?
No, I think you hit the big ones.
That was the first time we were like, 6 hours in a car is probably the maximum we ever want to drive in a car. We'll just fly if we have to go more than 6 hours. And then we proceed to drive like 12 hours.
To Kentucky multiple
to
times
Kentucky
in a
multiple
year.
times in a year. Yeah.
Well, we figured out how to road trip, so that helped.
Yeah. Jackie is like the ultimate snack packer. It's insane. Get those Sammies.
So good.
Okay. The next place we went was the New York Yankees. We went to Yankee Stadium. built for $1.6 billion in 2009 with a seating capacity of 46,537. It's super disappointing that they destroyed their original ballpark that had all the history. I mean, Babe Ruth played there. Come on, what are you doing? And they built the new one. But they wanted it to have some of the same look as the old one. And I think they semi-succeeded. We all know that it didn't happen there. It happened across the street.
Right, which is now a parking lot. I think.
Yeah. What
It
are
was
they
so
doing?
disappointing. They could have done so much better.
Just another reason to hate the Yankees. There's a museum in there, though, that has Babe Ruth's jersey and World Series rings, and that's cool. And they have a monument park, which is basically baseball's version of the Mount Rushmore. And so that was cool to see. We went there in July of 2016. And thankfully, the Red Sox won 5-3, so we did not end up getting beat up on the subway. I know there was some concerns, but we made it. Nobody really gave us any problems.
The fun part about that was the Yankees weren't very good that year. And so walking around town in our Boston gear, people would like secretly be like, hey, how'd they do last night? It was like being part of a secret club.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I didn't expect that in New York. I thought everyone there would be a Yankee and we'd get attacked.
Oh,
We actually brought different shirts just in case.
Yeah, we
weren't
didn't
sure
know.
it'd be safe to wear them.
we didn't know, but it was a good time. What was that little, like, why were we so hungry after the game? We should have eaten at the game. Because
What?
we went to that, did we
The
go
pizza
to,
place?
no, it was right by the subway outside the ballpark. We went into it. It was like a McDonald's or something.
I don't remember this at all. I remember getting on the subway and going back to the hotel.
No, we went across to like this little, we were waiting for the subway or something because it was so busy after the game
All right.
that we like went into like a McDonald's or something. Did we get ice cream cones?
I don't remember any of this. So you can tell me anything and it's probably true. Her memory is better than mine.
I'm pretty sure we were trying to wait out the packed subway because we just felt uncomfortable being sardines in New York. Because
That
we were
sounds like something
we
would
were
do.
newbies to New York, and we thought, let's go to this McDonald's. That's going to be safe. And I'm pretty sure we got ice cream
remember that.
cones.
Well, it's hot. That would make sense.
I think we did.
I probably had to go to the bathroom and needed to buy something to get the code.
That actually is probably what happened. That probably did happen. Yeah, that's the one thing about big cities that's terrible is you cannot find a bathroom. You
No.
have to be a customer,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't even have them.
Yeah, I know. It was terrible.
So weird. Another really fun memory from our New York trips is when we did that hop on, hop off bus tour. You would just hop on it and it'd take you different places. You get off anytime you want. And they would give you little tidbits as you drove along. And we had all these good tour guides. Well, we hopped on one of them. The guy was so dry. I think it was basically Stu giving the tour because we were going through and the guy would just say, over here, that's a big clock.
Here is an old tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And we had plans to get off, but we thought, you know what? This is the most hilarious tour we've ever had. We just kept riding the bus.
We did, just in circles because he was so funny.
Yeah. And he'd be like, over here is a library. And we just keep going.
And you did it on the repeat when we re-looped it too. It was just...
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good time.
Well, he was so terrible, it was funny. It was a good way to see New York.
Yeah. I mean, quick, easy way.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really run into any crazy celebrities or anything. Or was this a trip with the monsoon rain?
No, that was the West Point one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there was a we were,
Oh, no, that was this one we got.
I think it was this one.
We thought...
So okay. So we get here and it is raining really hard, like a monsoon type of rain. And we got caught in it and we were away from our hotel and we were like kind of halfway trying to figure out, do we go where we're going or do we try to get back? And all of these people were screaming and running like the opposite direction that we were
pointing.
going and pointing up. And we were like, is Godzilla here? Is it happening? But we have no idea why they were pointing up.
I don't know. I was for sure Godzilla was going to come eat us.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. We've also done the 30 Rock tour. That's fun.
That was fun.
Getting to see an SNL set and Jimmy Fallon.
We tried to get tickets to Jimmy Fallon, but it was a bad week.
Yeah, it was Fleet Week.
Fleet Week.
So
Mhm.
they only give it to the Navy sailors.
Which
So,
I appreciate. I'm glad they do that for them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. But we didn't get to see Jimmy.
We didn't get to see him.
It's okay. We'll go back again.
When we go back to see the Mets, we can try.
Yeah, for sure. We got to try to see Kelly Clarkson too.
If she's still there.
Well, we better go next year.
We better go soon. Yeah. Before her contract ends.
We better go. We better go. The next one is the Baltimore Orioles, Camden Yards. This one was one of my favorites. They have like a brick backdrop. It's like baseball poetry. It was built for $110 million in 1992 with a seating capacity of 48,190. They say it changed baseball forever because it was the first of the retro-style stadiums, and it inspired a wave of new ballparks with an old-school charm. And I did feel like the ballpark had heart.
It did.
It was beautiful without being flashy. We were lucky enough to bribe the taxi driver to get us to the ballpark in time for our tour for an extra big tip, and you know what? He did it. Our hair was maybe standing up a little bit, and our knuckles were white, because I did think we were maybe going to crash a few times.
Uh-huh.
But we did get to our tour right as they were starting it, which is good, because there was a little bit of a flight delay or
We
something.
did have a delay leaving.
Yeah. And
we were only there for one day. Like we flew in the morning, then flew back super, super early the next day.
yeah, it was an in and an out. And we thought, oh yeah, we can totally do this. We've got a plan.
We had a plan.
We'll tell you how our plan derailed here in a little bit. But
spoiler alert, I am still alive.
yeah, we get to our tour and we're walking around, and this one, we were in the dugout right as some of the players were arriving, and it was so cool because from a distance, I look and I see that is Dustin Pedroia. He is walking our way. And I get Jackie's attention. I said, Dustin Pedroia is right over here. And he's my favorite player. You know that she loves David Ortiz, but I love Dustin Pedroia. And the tour guide says, do not bother the players, which I wasn't going to do anyway. But he walks closer, and I'm freaking out inside. And then he looks at me and goes, good morning.
And it made her life.
I know. Now we're friends. I'm friends with Dustin Pedroia. Anyway, that was a really fun tour. I like that they put the plaques in the like little outdoor or outfield area.
When a player, and it can be a home team or away team, hits a home run into their little plaza back by the warehouse, they put a little plaque saying the name of the player. I think it's a little baseball plaque. And then the date that they hit the home run, they do it right where the home run hit the pavement.
Yeah, that's
And we
so
saw
cool.
one that Sandy Leon had hit, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
Who was a Red Sox player at the time.
Yeah, it's cool to see those things. What else? Oh, the Red Sox won 8-1, but the problem is we're talking about monsoons in New York and people running thinking there's Godzilla. This was a monsoon.
It was the worst rain I have ever seen.
Yeah.
They put the tarp down, and it was like piling up by the inch on the tarp.
And they had to call the game in the 6th inning.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at each other because this was Jack. Tell them your plan. This is how we were going to get in and out in a day.
So this was going to be a fantastic plan. So this is the era where you could take backpacks into the ballpark. So we had just belongings for the plane and like an extra warm shirt in our backpack.
Yeah.
The plan was to get up early, fly in, ballpark tour lunch, watch the evening game. But then across the street, the Orioles have a bunch of bars that are just open to the back, and people just party there all night. So I thought, we will stay here until 2, take the light rail back to the airport, go in through security, and our flight's at 6. This will work perfect. We don't need a hotel.
No, because that's a waste of money.
Yeah, we didn't need to worry about that until monsoon happened.
Yeah. And then we were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just go to the bar. All of the bars closed because they were worried about flash flooding.
Right, because they always have that back wall open, so they were open to the water. So they had to close everything down.
Yep. And so we had literally nowhere to go. So we said, the tram is working. Let's get on the tram and just go to the airport. We can just go sit at the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's another problem.
I got in an argument with TSA.
Yeah, well, because they had on their webpage they were open all the time.
24/7.
Yeah. What did the guy say to you?
He goes,
yeah.
It's 11:50. Your pass is for the next day. I can't let you in through security. Your boarding pass has to be for the same day that you go through security.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so if I sit here for 7 minutes at 12:01, you'll let me in. And he laughed and he goes, well, we haven't updated it on the website yet, but we're no longer open 24/7. And starting this week, we close at midnight. They wouldn't let us through security that day.
Lord have mercy.
We had to wait till 4 a.m. till they opened back up.
So,
And we are soaking wet.
Yeah.
All our belongings are wet. And we are nowhere near a hotel.
Everything is wet. And that sounded bad. But that sounded really bad.
Come on, Stu.
Anyway, oh, Jackie just almost spit her stuff out. We think to ourselves, okay, let's just go to the public bathroom and like try to dry off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we go in there and there's a shopping cart sitting in one of the stalls is completely open and where the shopping cart is at. And I'm walking to the next stall and I just glance in because I'm like, what is happening here? And this lady is sitting on the toilet completely naked. And she goes, don't look in my cart. And I was like, okay.
What do you say to that?
You know, I'm not going to touch your cart, lady. I'm curious what's going on, but I'm not going to touch it.
A lot of questions.
So,
but because of the rain, all the homeless people were in that part of the airport because it was before security.
Yeah, exactly. So we try to like get ourselves dried off as best we can. And I come out and I'm like, listen, I had a whole incident in there with this lady. So just when you go in there, Jackie, because we were taking turns, I said, do not look at the woman's cart.
Don't look at the cart. You can look at the naked lady, but don't look at the cart.
Don't look at the cart because I'm not going to be in there to defend you with my finger spears. So just don't ruffle any feathers. Just go in and come back out.
Which I successfully did.
Yep, she did.
And then we made a little nest in a little cement part between two vending machines.
Yep, we put ourselves right behind vending machines. Figured that was a safe place to just try to rest.
Out of the way, a little bit warm.
Yeah, it worked. Then we were able to get on the plane, come home, and we have a great story. But the part we didn't talk
we
about...
forgot to talk about the best part.
I know, we got too excited because we were talking about the rain. So the game was going really well.
It was.
And what are those bugs? The praying mantis? Right?
Yeah, that looks like a little stick.
Yeah. So remember they had that in there. It had started at that game and it was probably coming because this rainstorm was coming. But a praying mantis was in their dugout and they started using it as their little mascot. The players, they kind of rallied around it. But we were looking at this praying mantis thing. We thought, oh, that's crazy looking because they kept showing it on the screen. And we were sitting...
We're in the third baseline.
Yeah, we were on the third baseline, but we were pretty close to the field. We were closer to the field than we were the back part.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there, and we're enjoying the game, and we go and get some food. Jackie's got food in her hand. And all of a sudden, we hear... and we realize the ball is coming right where we're sitting. Like literally where we're sitting.
Coming right towards us.
Yes.
But I was concerned because I had just spent money on my food and I was hungry.
We all had food in our hand.
So I decided to sit down and let other people catch the ball because there's nothing worse than someone who gets embarrassed and misses the ball because they make fun of them by the announcers.
Yeah.
And I had food in my hand and that was more important than the ball.
Yeah. Well, I had food in my hand too. So we both kind of just held on to our food for best we could. The guy behind Jackie thinks he's going to be the stud.
Yes, he does.
And he tries to get this ball and he spikes it into her head.
Right in the back of my head.
Yes.
I was seeing stars.
Literally into the back of her head. I, of course, did what any concerned spouse would do, and I laughed.
She did.
And then I asked if she was okay. And then I also proceeded the next day to try to look it up on the internet to see if they had talked about you getting hit in the back of the head.
I know, but no one saw because everyone else was standing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of disappointed because it would have been proof
It would have been
that this
so
guy's
funny.
an idiot.
Especially if the announcers would have been like, laughing about it.
I just want to say, though, that my food was fine.
Yep. She made it. And you know what? The whole day before the rainstorm was beautiful. It was sunny.
We had such a fun time. We went and found good seafood.
Yeah. I had the best crab cake I've ever had in my whole life. It was so good.
In a fancy restaurant, and we were lugging around our backpack and our sweaty clothes. We did not belong there.
We didn't know it was fancy.
We were the only ones there. It was fine.
Yeah. We're like, we got to go in here. This looks good. And it was good. We also went to the Babe Ruth Museum. Or his home.
His house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was set up as a museum in his
His childhood home.
which is
Yeah.
walking distance from the ballpark.
Yeah, we got all of that done in a day. We did a tour. We got the best seafood ever. We saw Babe Ruth's childhood home and museum. We got 6 innings of a game, and we looked at a naked homeless lady.
It was a very productive 24 hours.
Yeah.
Doug needs your help.
That's exactly what that lady needed. She needed
Stu's help.
On, Stu.
Yeah, that's what she needed. And that was one of the most memorable trips, and it was the shortest we've ever had.
It was, but I really liked the ballpark too. And the
Yeah.
trip was super fun. Great memories.
We need to work on just getting a plane, and we can just hop on a plane and go get a cheesesteak and come back.
You're going to pick up some more hours to pay for this?
Well, Jackie's not going to get a cheesesteak, though, but,
No.
I definitely could have a cheesesteak. We could also go for a cheesecake. All right, anyway, that's kind of our Baltimore trip.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything
A
else.
lot happened in a short amount of
Yeah,
time.
geez. That was
And then I
something.
worked the next day. So we flew home and I went to work.
Yep. Nothing like having a concussion and going to work.
I don't need my brain for my job. It's fine.
Oh, Lord. You better get that med to us quick. The next trip was San Diego Padres, Petco Park. It was built for $449.4 million in 2004 with a seating capacity of 42,500. It felt more like a hangout spot. Like it was really...
That was a fun ballpark.
Yeah, it was chill. They have that awesome free spot in the back that you
Yes.
can hang out. It's like a park. People bring their dogs. And they have an actual old Western building inside the stadium, the Historic Western Metal Supply Company.
I love how they built the stadium around that.
Yeah.
It just added a lot of
It's
touch to
built into the left field. It's
Mhm.
awesome. And we also saw a dog wearing a Padres jersey and sunglasses. That was
it.
cute.
Did you write that down?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. That's California for you. We went to the game September 5th of 2016. The Red Sox unfortunately lost 2-1. The temp was perfect, though. It was 74,
Gorgeous
and
out.
partly cloudy. We also did a bunch of tours of Navy ships and
Mhm.
got the best Mexican.
We did. And we watched a Dole ship unload a bunch of bananas for like an hour.
We did. God, we're old.
We were so old. It was so fun.
We sat and had breakfast and watched them unload bananas.
In our defense, that's where our hotel was. We had nothing else to do.
Yeah. I mean, things
But it was
don't
still
open.
fun.
Most
That was
museums
early.
don't open till like 10. So you got to find something to do.
Mhm.
Might as well watch them unload bananas. I love that. We also did like old Western town or something.
We went and had Mexican food there. There's a bunch of really good Mexican restaurants there.
I know, but what was that town? Is it just called Old Western Town?
It's been a long time. I don't remember. It wasn't called that. Old Village or something, maybe.
I didn't write it down. Should have wrote it down. We need to do better
If you'd
about...
given me some warning, I could have looked it up. I feel like we're doing a podcast now. Go upstairs.
That's what I got to say about San Diego.
Yeah. Love the ballpark. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's also the first time we used Uber. I remember that because
Oh,
we were all like,
yeah.
oh no, he's going to steal us.
we thought for sure we were going to
I know we watched...
taken.
We both had to watch on the Uber app to make sure that
Yeah.
we were going the right way. Like, don't you take a wrong turn. But fun fact, on New Year's a few years ago, the guy did go the wrong way, and I was like, uh-oh.
Like
It's
across
happening.
the river in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah,
like
right.
clearly to a place of no good.
Yeah, it's happening.
And we haven't done Uber since because we were kind of scared.
Get the finger spears ready to go. It's happening. No, we did Uber in New Orleans.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, she lies.
I
Don't listen
forgot.
to her.
That's because she was in charge and I didn't have to worry about it.
Come on, Stu.
Dog needs your help. No, anyway, yeah, that's basically what I got to say about San Diego. I love the weather there. It's 68 to 72 all the time. Like
Navy
that-
Town, which you like.
Yeah, that's where I need to be. Is I'm just too hot otherwise. Nordic blood. Now, here's the crowning jewel. We went to Fenway Park in Boston.
You need the
Okay.
sound effects like,
Oh, I do. I don't think I have
you have the
any.
angels singing.
Where are the angels singing? Nah,
Yeah, that's not quite right.
that doesn't work. That doesn't work either.
No.
How about this?
Just sounds just like angels.
I
They're knocking
know.
at the door to come say, ah.
Well, shoot. Why didn't we think of that? I should have actually planned this instead of just forcing this. Well, we got to go to Fenway Park.
And It was Poppy's last home games.
Yep. We had to do it. So the place is historic. It's loud. It's packed.
Loyal fan base.
Yeah, it's just like that all the time. Always happening. And the seats, they're very cozy because it was built for $650,000 in 1912.
Yep.
And it has a seating capacity of 39,928. That wasn't the original seating capacity. They've expanded a little bit, but they also have the Green Monster, the wall and outfield that's 37 feet high. And they have a red seat to mark Ted Williams' longest home run, which is very important to us because that's where we got married. And the charm is real. Even if your knees are up against the person in front of you, it's still fun. The fans there live and breathe the Red Sox. And so this series was in the end of September 2016. So it was a little bit cold in Boston, a little bit dreary and rainy. We got to get a first base from that game, though. That's in our basement.
And it has a sign that's saying it's Poppy's last games. It's really cool.
And he signed it,
And
which
it's
is
signed.
awesome. Red Sox won 5-3. We got to see Craig Kimbrell come out and save the day, and his video was super exciting with the fire. That was
the
cool.
walk-in video was amazing. So fun to watch at night.
Oh, for sure. The saddest part, though, is that Toronto clinched the AL wild card, so we had to watch them celebrate.
Some of the Toronto fans were not nice, which they're Canadian, and I was a little surprised.
Yeah, that was weird.
Maybe that's a stereotype.
We didn't expect that. We're going to Toronto this September, so we'll see. We love Boston, though. Like, that town has so much to offer.
It is my energy with the type of people, too.
Oh, yeah. Jackie
Yes.
loves the people that are just
I blended right in.
Yeah. We were on a tour bus, and a car cut the bus driver off. And this is basically what happened. And he was doing it on his
On the microphone.
on his microphone.
So everyone could hear.
Everybody walking on the street, the car that cut him off probably heard it. It was so hilarious. And I'm not even kidding you. We were walking into a building, and I don't think these people knew each other, but maybe they did because there's like apartments in the building. So maybe they knew each other. But we are walking behind this guy, and we're walking into a building, and this other lady was walking out, and the guy just goes, "You're ugly," to the lady.
And then just kept walking.
Yeah. And I said, "What is this place? People are just telling people they're ugly. We got a tour guides swearing at everybody. What is this place?"
People don't have to pretend to be nice. This is my home.
Yeah. Jackie's basically a Bostonian.
I am.
Yeah.
Just born in the wrong state.
You know, though, everybody talks about Minnesota nice, but I think people are just passive aggressive here.
I
It's
think
terrible.
that's the term for passive aggressive. And I'm direct and blunt, so I don't really belong here.
Yeah. I mean,
But going back to the ballpark, we did a Red Sox Nation tour group. And so we got a special tour of the ballpark.
we got to actually go into the Green Monster.
That's where I was getting.
Oh, shoot.
Spoiler alert.
Okay,
we
go
got
ahead.
to go into the Green Monster.
And it smelled like pee.
Oh, the people inside have been doing this for 100+ years, and there's no bathroom back there. And they just have a tiny little hole that they can see through to even watch the game.
It smelled like pee with a little hint of champagne because the Blue Jays had celebrated the night before.
And one of the Blue Jays brought his family in right in front of us. They got to go see it.
Yeah, it was something else.
We also got to meet one of the players, one of our pitchers. Joe Kelly came up.
Who's our favorite?
Who is amazing because he reminds me of the Major League.
Yep.
I can't remember what Charlie Sheen's
Charlie Sheen.
character was named in that.
Wild thing.
He reminds me of him because
Yeah.
his pitches were sometimes a little wild, but he's got a great personality. And he came up in his bathrobe.
Yep.
Over his clothes.
It had his number on the back and his name. David Price had given it to them all for a
It
gift.
was nice. David Price picked a nice gift.
And he was really fun. And that year was the year that we got the picture of him beating up the Yankees.
it was.
Because there was a whole thing. Not that we want to bore you too much with baseball history, but Manny Machado hit Pedroia when he slid into base and hurt his knee. And so there was a whole thing back and forth where our pitchers were throwing balls at the Orioles players, and then the Orioles pitchers were throwing balls at the Red Sox players. Well, that energy started transferring to the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry. So then the Yankees pitchers were throwing balls at us, and we were throwing balls at the Yankees players. And Joe Kelly was upset because one of the players didn't try really hard to run the bases or something. So the next time the guy came up, he beamed him. And Joe Kelly, he throws hard.
Yes.
He throws 101.
And you never know where it's going.
Yeah. And so, of course, the player gets upset and starts charging the mound. Instead of running away, which the pitchers normally do, Joe ran at the guy and was, using his finger spears.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a picture of it, but he was nicknamed the Yankee Killer. So we were super excited to meet him because
Yes,
he was very popular in the Red Sox nation. We ended up, unfortunately, trading him to LA, the Dodgers. And the funny thing is, he took number 17 over there. And then when Dodgers got Ohtani, he decided he'd be a nice guy and give Ohtani 17. So he picked number 99 because of Wild Thing in Major League. So even he knew.
He knows.
Yeah, he knew.
And he had the haircut for a while, too.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's very fun.
The cool thing about being in Boston when David Ortiz is retiring is they had a whole spectacle.
Oh, yeah, they did.
So they posted on social media that they had big number 34 roving around the city, and we were able to run into it at Quincy Market.
We had to go find it, yeah. It was like a scavenger hunt. They would give you clues and you had to go figure out where it was.
Yeah, it was so cool.
That was super fun. And we got to see the World Series trophies.
Yeah.
We were, part of our tours, you got to sit on, or you could stand on the very back of the Green Monster, and they walked right behind us with all of the 2004, 2007, and 2013 World Series players.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was incredible.
I know we were up there and we turned around and we're like, what is happening? Because all of these Hall of Famers are walking by with trophies.
It was so fun. Because the Fenway was built such a long time ago, there's no secret way for them to go. So they were up at the special club level in a restaurant room and then had to walk past us to get down to the field.
Yep, exactly. And while we were exploring the city, we got to check out the Green Dragon Inn, where the forefathers headquartered during the Revolution. That was a really cool place. And that's what I like about Boston is they don't destroy their history. And I just learned this. We can talk about our most recent trip, but I appreciate cities where they keep the historic buildings intact.
Yes.
And you might have, for example, Boston had a Dunkin' and an old bank vault and things like that. That's really, really cool.
Growing up in the Midwest, it's just neat that they keep some of that history that they do have.
Yep.
We don't have old buildings like that
Oh, for
here.
sure. And when we flew in, the Red Sox were playing the Yankees in New York when we had first flown into Boston. So we went down to the Cask and Flagon, which is their really popular bar right by Fenway Park, and we were able to watch the game with all the fans. And they actually play the sound of the game in there so you can hear what the announcers are saying.
And it was packed.
And it was packed.
Lots of Fenway faithful.
And they had good food.
It was good food.
Yeah, really good
That was a
food.
fun time. Everything about the trip was fun except for the weather.
We also checked out the Bleacher Bar, which is built into the Fenway Park outfield. And while we were there, they were cutting the David Ortiz image into the grass.
We didn't know what it was until later because it was upside down.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was really cool. It does because every time he gets a home run, he gets to home plate and he points up to his mom in heaven. And that was the picture they put as a silhouette in the grass.
Yeah, that's
Very cool.
great. We could go on and on about Boston, but people
are probably sick of us already.
Yeah, exactly. And we still have
We're still in our first year. We're still in 2016.
We still have a lot of ballparks. Okay, next one. Milwaukee Brewers, American Family Field. Milwaukee is known for their tailgating. But
yes, we were so excited. That's drivable for us.
Yeah.
So we brought stuff to tailgate.
We had the whole thing for tailgating. But guess what?
Guess what happened?
It rained.
Wah, wah.
This is always happening.
The rain's everywhere we go.
It's always happening to us. It was built for $382 million in 2001 with a seating capacity of 41,900. They have racing sausages.
Yeah. They're
Every
pretty great.
game, people in giant bratwurst and chorizo costumes sprint around the field. It's kind of weird. but a little glorious.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I think I got one as a Christmas ornament.
We collect Christmas ornaments when we go places.
Yes, we do. My tree looks like someone threw up on it because nothing matches.
It's total 90s tree.
Yeah, it is.
So May 9th of 2017 is when we went to our first game there, and the Brewers beat the Red Sox 5-1. But we did get to see Bernie, their mascot, go down the home run slide. So that was cool. Yeah, he went down a lot. But we sat in the outfield this time, and we don't do that often. And we sat in the outfield, which happened to be bleacher seating. And this guy was a little bit overserved. He was being kind of obnoxious, but we thought it was funny. These other individuals there did not think it was funny. And they started turning him in, and security came, and it was a whole thing. Security told the guy he had to keep sitting down because the people right behind him were upset he was standing too much or something, which get a life.
It's a sporting event.
Yeah. So the guy decided to just say over and over as he kind of shifted left and right, "My butt is on the aluminum. My butt is on the aluminum. My butt is on the aluminum." And we were just laughing.
It was hilarious.
All the players in the bullpen were looking up like, what is going on here?
They were all watching him.
But technically, he was doing what the security asked.
He followed the rules.
Yeah.
Did you talk about Kimbrel?
No, I didn't.
Why don't you tell them what we got to see? Or did you forget to write this down?
I didn't write it down. What did we see?
So we saw, for the very first time that I'd ever seen live or on TV, an immaculate inning. Kimbrel came out and got a 9-pitch perfect inning. You don't remember that?
Nope.
Well, I thought it was amazing.
We didn't have that written down.
Well, someone has a memory of a steel trap, as the Spy Museum says. And I remember it.
No, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
We also didn't talk about when we were in Kansas City, we saw Jackie Bradley's like 27th.
Oh, that was fun because he was on a hitting streak.
Yeah.
And we were watching 3 games. And so each of the games we were just cheering for him. It'd be like the 7th inning. We're like, come on, get a hit.
Yeah. We saw that. We also saw a cycle in Kansas City.
It was early on in my baseball watching career. I had no idea how rare it is to get a cycle. And we watched Brock Holt get one like the second month I started watching baseball. Have yet to see one since.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, but I forgot about the immaculate inning.
It was amazing. Kimbrel is either on or a little scary, and he was on that day. That was like peak Kimbrel.
We went to a really good breakfast spot in Milwaukee, though.
Yeah, we did.
Really, really good breakfast spot. And I also thought the city was set up weird. They have a bajillion highways that crisscross each other.
We couldn't really get anywhere. But again, it was raining, so we didn't have a ton of motivation to go out and sightsee.
Yeah, it was weird.
/ we had to take all of our tailgating stuff home and eat it at home because we did not tailgate.
That was so depressing.
I know, we were so excited. We had a bunch of new stuff. We had a whole cooler packed of food.
We took a break from ballpark tours for a couple years. We did a few things. We built the basement. We got married. We took other trips.
COVID.
And COVID also hit. In April of 2022, we were like, we got to get these baseball trips going again. And her parents, they winter in Florida, so we took advantage of that. And we decided to check out Tropicana Field, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Was that really in 2022?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
So we saw baseball in a dome that feels like a mall.
Yep.
It was built for $115 million in 1998 and has a seating capacity of 43,772. It's the only major league ballpark with a catwalk home run rule. So if the ball hits one of the hanging catwalks and stays fair, it's a homer. That's absolute chaos.
Watching games there is chaos because every time they hit the ball up, I lose it in the ceiling.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the players. That was a really hard place to watch.
They tried their best, though, to make it a cool place by having that Stingray tank.
The Stingrays were amazing. Yeah. I love Stingrays, and that was really fun. And they had amazing food. The food there was they had that big milkshake.
Oh, yes.
Remember?
With the cotton candy on the top.
Yeah, it was like so big. It was huge.
Yeah.
I had a hard time getting it back to the seats.
Yeah, that was awesome. We had our best seats to date. We were front row.
Front row.
With the dugout right to our right.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was like we were sitting on the bench, basically.
Thank you, Tampa Bay fans, for not going to games and having cheap tickets for those of us who like baseball.
Exactly. It was so awesome.
The view was so fun.
And it was fun driving up from your parents because we got to go over the Bay Bridge.
That Bay Bridge is scary.
Yeah, but it's cool.
It's beautiful to look at, but you feel like you're like going up to heaven just driving up that.
Here's the thing. The game went 10 innings. The Rays were throwing a no-hitter against us, which is sad when it's against you, but it's also cool to see.
If you like baseball, it's neat.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the 10th inning with the ghost runner rule, the no-hitter was broken up. We lost in a dang walk-off 3-2 in the 10th. That is a bad way to go.
It's disappointing.
It's still cool to see, though.
We didn't do anything in Tampa because my parents lived down in the Sarasota area, so we were just up and down for the game.
And we got to see it before the roof collapsed.
Which was really lucky because I'm not sure. I think they're trying to fix it.
I think they are going to fix it, but truly it makes no sense.
No.
Because they keep talking about getting a new ballpark. So why are we spending money to fix this bad one?
They're going to be stuck in this one forever.
Yeah, because right now they're playing in the Yankees spring training facility. I'm glad we got to see it just in case something.
One never knows. That's why we actually
happens.
went, because we thought they were getting a new stadium at some point. But.
Yeah, and that's where all the fun history we know happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like Poppy's homers and everything.
Yeah.
Next up, Texas Rangers, Globe Life Field.
What year was that? Is that 23?
Nope, that's 22 still. That was May 15th, 2022.
I feel like time goes by so fast.
It does.
I'm glad you didn't make me rank these in order. I would have been off.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
They had their new shiny air-conditioned Globe Life Field ready to go. It's a huge win for Texas because it's hot, and it was record heat when we were there.
We went early May to try and avoid the heat for her, and it was record.
It was
level
100 degrees.
heat.
It was literally 100 degrees, people. We either get rain or record heat when we go on trips.
Yes, we do. Sometimes we get both.
Yep, exactly. It was built for $1.2 billion in 2020 with a seating capacity of 40,000. And the roof is retractable, and it can fully open and close in 12 minutes, which is really cool.
Really fast.
That's faster than Jackie can get through security with the sunglasses case. She always
stopped at every ballpark.
constantly with her sunglasses every time.
Or the wallet that magnetically clips to my phone. That sets it off too.
And then she'll say, "Oh, this will set it off." And the security goes, "No, it's fine." Then she goes through and it beeps. And then they're like, "What's the problem?"
And then they don't communicate and like send me through the wrong line. It's always a hassle.
Yeah, it's quite an ordeal. Here's the thing. Texas has got it. They have brisket nachos. Brisket nachos. That alone gets the points.
I don't like brisket.
I know, she's nuts, you guys.
I'm one of the few people in the world that purposely does not eat beef. For no reason other than I don't like it.
I make barbecue. And
We have to go invite friends over because she's like,
Yeah.
I can't eat an entire brisket by myself.
Well, not if I don't want to have a heart attack.
Wasted on me.
Yeah, exactly. Hit me up if you want to have some brisket. The Rangers beat the Red Sox.
I'm pretty sure we lost that game.
7-1. Lord have
Miserably.
mercy. Yep. I fell in love with Texas. They've got Buc-ee's. They've got Hurtado's Barbecue, which is the best barbecue joint ever. If you go to Texas, go to Hurtado's. Write it down. Hurtado's. And that was the first place that I ever had Texas Twinkies.
Torchies.
And Torchy's Tacos, which I've been trying to get everybody I know that has any bit of money to get a Torchy's Taco going here in Mankato. I even literally just talked to the dental hygienist about it on Tuesday. I told her, because she's going to Colorado.
Oh.
And I said, listen, you got to go to Torchy's
here. It's
Taco.
so good.
She looked at me, of course, like, what the heck is this? But you know what?
The food in Texas was phenomenal.
Yes.
We pretty much were down there for like 3 or 4 days and went and saw baseball.
Yeah.
And then drove around town to go find Buc-ee's and to go get food.
Well, we wanted to get beaver nuggets at Buc-ee's, which are caramel puffcorn. It's delicious. I also told the dental hygienist to go to Buc-ee's and get caramel puffcorn, which I said, you're probably not going to like that I'm suggesting this because you work in the dental
works
field.
in the tooth field.
But hey, keep her in business. But Texas Twinkies, let's go back to this. It's the first time I had that, and now I make them because they're so good. You take smoked brisket and you shred it up and you put it with cream cheese and you stuff a jalapeno and then you wrap it in bacon and you slather it in barbecue. And Jackie thinks it's gross, but it's so good. Then you put it on the smoker. It's so good. You get that tacky barbecue on it. Oh, take a bite of that. That is heaven. And then, of course, the beaver nuggets. We talk about that. And the Torchy's. Brisket taco, again, I'm all about that. What taco do you get at Torchy's?
Chicken fajita.
Yeah, okay.
And it is wonderful.
They're so good.
They make a breakfast one I want to try too, though. I bet that's good.
Here's the crazy thing about us, okay? When we go somewhere and there's a Buc-ee's, We will go out of the way to go to a Buc-ee's. We went to my cousin's wedding in Georgia, and we were driving down the highway, and we see a Buc-ee's sign, and we're like, an hour? Yeah, we can do that.
And then an hour back.
An hour, it's fine.
But we bought so much food we couldn't fit in our suitcase.
Yeah, we had to get a big cooler.
So we got a Buc-ee's
cooler.
cooler and filled it with beaver nuggets and lemon cookies.
Yeah. I was like, listen, Mom, okay, we just got to take a quick little stop at Buc-ee's. It'll be quick. And
it was not quick. We were in there for like an hour plus.
But it was so great.
But she liked it too because they have like fun little decorating
It's
section
like the
too.
most ultimate travel stop.
Yeah, it has everything. And their food is good.
Yeah. So
They have brisket sandwiches.
if we go somewhere, we look for a Buc-ee's, and if they have it, we go to it. When we go somewhere, we look to see if they have a Torchy's. And when they do, we go to it.
Yes, we do.
Love Torchy's. We also Jackie found this really cool place called Whiskey's, and you can try different whiskey pours. I got to try Blanton straight from the barrel and Michter's toasted barrel strength rye, and that was great. So then, of course, for a couple years, I've been trying to find that, which I've been able to find them. So that's cool.
The bar there was so neat though, because the bottles just went from floor to ceiling, and
Yep.
bartenders were great and helped with recommendations.
Yep. And we got to go see them walk the Longhorns.
Yeah.
We went
Also very hot that day.
We got to go to the Kennedy Museum and Memorial.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Dallas where Kennedy
Yep.
was shot.
Yep. And then we went to Meat Church in Waxahachie, Texas.
A
And
little road trip
driving,
adventure.
the only thing about Texas that kind of was bad was driving, because there's not like a whole lot of traffic, but because it's so hot, you'd be driving along and bam, the road would just have a terrible hump in it. And it felt like the tires were going to come off sometimes. Do you remember that?
Nope. Not one bit. I don't remember that.
The concrete,
Were we on the same trip?
the concrete was heaved.
I don't disagree with you. You were driving, so I think I was probably worried about navigating.
You probably were. Even though-
Code taking a nap.
I was bitching every time I'd go hit one of those bumps. But Meat Church was awesome because Meat Church makes the best barbecue seasonings, and they have really good recipes. And Matt Pittman is my spirit animal. So I had to go to his store, and that was great. Oh, that was also when we got a free duffel bag.
Oh, yeah. Air
We
quote free.
Yep, we went, and of course you would buy pickleball paddles at a Dick's.
Why wouldn't you go to Dick's when you're in Dallas, Texas?
Yeah. We stopped at a Dick's and got
Pickleball paddles.
pickleball paddles.
Not to play pickleball in Texas, just because we thought they were pretty.
And then we saw this really cool duffel bag that was like this cool color green, and it had all these nice pockets.
That's really nice.
And we got that.
we
And
thought we'd put our Buc-ee's things in it. I
Yeah.
think that's why we got it. It was for the Buc-ee stuff.
yeah. And then I think, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's why we went in to get a duffel bag
We
for
got in
Buc-ee's
to get
food.
here again, another duffel bag we bought for. Okay, well,
I just want to sidetrack here. You have a stuffed Bucky behind you, and he's been staring at me the entire time, and that's why I'm looking over your shoulder, because he's just staring at me.
I do
And
actually
he's
have
super cute, and he has a little hat, and he has a little log tree next to him.
Bucky's a beaver, and he's staring at her.
Big eyes, big teeth.
Couple beavers in this room. Anyway, we we went to a Dick's, and
Come on, Stu. Doug needs your help.
and we found this duffel bag that we wanted. I almost called it a duffel sack. Things are going south here.
Apparently 10 o'clock's the latest weekend podcast.
Yeah. So we go there, and I think I also got a thing of shredded gum.
You did?
Yeah. And so we're trying to get 2 pickleball paddles, a pack of shredded gum, and a duffel bag.
But the gal decided to put the stuff in the duffel bag so we wouldn't have to have a bag.
Yeah. So she's ringing everything up, and the total comes up, and we were both a little
We were kind of talking.
yeah, but we were a little confused,
Mhm.
you know? So we're walking out, and I'm talking to Jackie, and I'm like, yeah, that was cheap. Like, how is this so cheap? And we look at the receipt. She didn't scan the duffel bag.
She did not.
But we were already like gone. And I said, you know what?
If you've been in traffic in Dallas, you don't redo your steps.
Yeah,
We
we're
were
like-
out of the way. We're like, no.
We're like, well, we can never go back to that Dick's because our face might
We're
be posted.
probably posted there.
Well, we were there. We wanted to pay for it.
We tried. We took it
Yeah.
up to the register. We
Yeah.
paid what they told us the total was.
Yeah. Just seemed a little cheap, but things are on sale sometimes and you don't
Yeah.
know. But of course, we put it in the car, we get going, and one of us looks, we're like, ooh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
So we have fond memories when we use that bag.
We do.
Yeah, it's a good bag. We also had to check our pickleball paddles to come back home. So that was something. But you know what? When you find your color, you just got to get it because they might not have it back home.
Yeah.
And then you're always going to be eternally disappointed when you pull out an ugly pickleball paddle. But instead, we pull out our pickleball paddles and we're so happy.
I smile every time I see
Yeah.
them.
And we think about Texas.
And our free duffel bag.
Yeah. Gosh, I want to go back to Texas. So great.
Which
Maybe-
I'm happy about because we have a Houston trip we need to plan at some point.
Yep. And maybe this time it won't be record heat.
I hope not, but I think it's hot there all the time.
Yeah.
I have
think so,
family down
too.
in the Houston area and it's pretty warm.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, moving along. Cincinnati Reds, the great American ballpark. We went there in September of 2022. The river view was beautiful. The stadium felt really welcoming.
Mhm.
It was built for $320 million in 2003 with a seating capacity of 42,271. And they have a handlebar mustache mascot named Mr. Redlegs.
He's great.
He's very dapper.
I don't know his red legs. I thought his name was Mr. Red.
Mr. Redlegs. Yeah. They have a museum, and that museum is amazing. And we got to go through that. We learned a lot before the game. We had an awesome tour. You smuggled in some chili packets.
Well, so Elisa had heard that Cincinnati chili is all the rage, and they make little seasoning packets that you can buy. So we thought, let's just walk to a grocery store. We have time before the game. All right. So we walk up downtown. Things are going great. Super hot. We're very sweaty. And we get to the grocery store and people are just kind of edgy there. Security's out front.
Yeah. Yeah. We were almost like, maybe we shouldn't even go in
I don't
here.
know that we should be. This is not the clientele we should be around.
I'm like, it's fine. We can
We
go
just
in.
need a packet of seasoning.
Yeah, it's fine.
How hard can this be?
Yeah, it can't be hard.
So then we're in line for the checkout. And what do we see?
A guy walks in a white t-shirt and he pulls it up over his face and just starts stealing all of the cigarettes.
Right past the security. Oh, maybe the security guard had taken a break or something.
I think it was an inside job. But anyway, he comes in and starts taking all the cigarettes. But here's the crazy thing. So we're used to Minnesota, okay? Well, not in Cincinnati. Not only are the employees getting upset that this guy is stealing the cigarettes, the other shoppers start to get pissed.
It was like an uproar. They were yelling at him.
Yeah, all of these shoppers, like, people are running after this guy and they don't even work at the grocery store. And I'm like, get your chili packet and we're getting out of here. And I saw what street they ran down. So we went the complete opposite so that we wouldn't get caught up in anything. And I was like, Jackie, this better be some good chili.
The best chili ever if we're risking our lives.
Oh, and they put their chili on noodles. That's like a thing that they do.
They had a whole different like levels. You can add it to this, or this. And
it has kind of a cinnamon flavor to it. Well, Jackie, we didn't know what one to get. So she got like different brands.
all of them.
Yeah. So you had like 6 chili packets.
Then my purse, we went through security.
Yeah. So remember, Jackie always gets pulled over because of her sunglass case or her wallet on her phone. So she has 6 chili packets in her purse, and we go through security. Beep, 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 beep. So they have to search her, and they're like looking at these chili packets.
There was definitely some judgment.
Yeah, they were judging us. They didn't ask, but they were probably wondering why a woman is bringing 6 chili packets to a game.
To a baseball game.
Yeah, that is a little something different.
And then I had done some research and thought we could get a hotel across the river.
Yeah.
It's not that far to walk and it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, we found out why it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Because there's a homeless camp living in the river that we had to walk past to get back.
Even though across the river is in our favorite state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
But this part of Kentucky was not
good.
No, and it got dark and we were coming across the bridge with all the fans, okay? Like everybody parks on the Kentucky side and then walks in. Well, we take a right to go to our hotel and it was only us going right. The rest of the hundreds of people went straight.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, okay. Then we started kind of coming around some homeless people. And then there was definitely some drug deals going down in some parking lots. I'm like, just walk with a purpose. We got to get out of here.
I did not want someone to steal my chili packets.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But we made it home in one piece.
I did write this down. So I didn't write down the immaculate inning that we saw in Milwaukee.
We'll have to go back and add that.
Yeah, but I wrote down that we went to Condado Taco Bar in Cincinnati, and I got Lucy's Fire Tacos with fire roasted corn and a spicy shell. That was obviously very impactful.
I probably had a hot dog.
You probably did. Oh, so good. We didn't do really anything else in Cincinnati because we spent most of our time in the lower part of Kentucky on the Bourbon Trail. So we did Bourbon Trail, Peerless, all that. And then we drove up to Cincinnati for the game. And then we drove home after the next morning. But that's all we did in Cincinnati. We didn't really.
It was memorable enough.
Yeah.
I didn't need more time there.
Yeah, we didn't really do anything too crazy. Now, our next trip. Now we're in 2023. We are going to Los Angeles to see the Red Sox play the Angels. And Jackie just so happened to look at the Angels schedule and saw that Ohtani was pitching the day we flew in.
Against the Twins.
Yeah, and if you're not a baseball fan, Ohtani is the second coming of Babe Ruth. He's actually considered better than Babe Ruth in a lot of corners. But he is a very important player to the game. Jackie said, hey, we should go when they play the Twins and we can watch Ohtani pitch. So we did. And that's the first time I ever flew in Twins gear. So that's
that was kind of rare for us.
Yeah, we were going to get off the plane and get our butts over to the ballpark. So we were ready to go for the game. So we land and we get over there. We get to watch him pitch. Absolute legend.
Oh, he's incredible.
And I'm glad we did because he got hurt. And so he wasn't pitching for a few years. So who knows? Like, it might not ever line up.
But we were in the same town. Yeah, we went a few days early to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, they only pitch usually every 4 or 5 days. So like it doesn't usually line up, but we were happy to do that. So we watched that and then we went to Disneyland for a couple days. Then we came back down and watched the Red Sox. It was a good time. Also bopped ourselves up to LA, the Academy Award Museum, Paramount Studio Tour. Do you remember in Anaheim though that we got that really good chili lime wings? And
the banana split.
Yeah, the Neapolitan ice cream banana split. Yeah. Like it was epic.
It was epic.
Why they don't make that just regular, I have no idea. The Neapolitan ice cream banana split. Like
I would go back to Anaheim just to eat there.
Gosh, we always really like food.
All we're talking about is food. Yeah. I swear we ate tonight.
Yeah, should be a food podcast.
This is not baseball, it's actually food.
We I skipped this part, I guess, but the Angels Stadium was built in 1966 for $24 million. They have a seating capacity of 48,500. It's known for its big A sign. It used to stand inside the stadium, and now it lives in the parking lot. And also cool, they have fireworks after every home run.
That part's really fun.
Yeah.
So the part that makes me laugh is we went to the Twins game to see Ohtani pitch, and we had rushed right in, and we were walking through this concourse, and we were like, this place is old. There's just old school food. It looked run down like it was from the 60s. And we were just not impressed with the stadium at all. And then we came back and did a stadium tour. We were a level off. If you actually went up, it was beautiful, brand new ballpark with good food. And we had no idea that existed our first time in.
Yeah, we didn't know.
So that's another part of why the ballpark tours are sometimes fun.
Yeah, they give you such cool tidbits, too.
Yeah, I like the history.
And the one thing I find really interesting is they kind of sell their stadium to you. Like they'll show you, these are the cool seats and these days of the week, you can get them cheap. And go here, you can get a deal on this. Or like, this is our food item that everyone wants.
Yeah. Or this is the free area you can gather you don't need a ticket for.
Yeah, I like that they add that stuff.
I do too.
For sure. But yeah, flying in Twins gear, I felt like I wasn't even me. It was interesting.
But the fun part of this trip is we didn't fly home. We actually drove to Arizona to watch the Diamondbacks.
Oh, we should probably touch on this though. So this was an epic Disneyland trip for me. I got to do the Star Wars Galaxy Edge and make a lightsaber and a BB-8 droid and all of these things. But because of what Jackie's saying, where we were going to drive to Arizona, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fly with my lightsaber because I was worried that the Arizona TSA maybe wouldn't know about lightsabers. I figured the LA one is very common because people are in and out of Disneyland. Fun fact, Phoenix, Arizona is the home of the Lightsaber Academy.
Which neither one of us knew was a thing.
We didn't know until we were researching this. So we had no problem getting my lightsaber home. But here's the funny thing. We spent 3 hours trying to get out of LA because the traffic was so terrible.
Atrocious.
Yes. But because of that, it timed us in a way that we were able to find this really awesome sandwich shop.
I still dream of this food.
I know. Why?
It's so good.
I don't know. We have a lot of memories with our food.
Yes, we do.
But then
It was fancy. It was a classy sandwich shop with really upscale desserts.
for sure. But I would say after the sandwich shop on our way to Phoenix, it felt like the longest time we've ever been in the car.
It was dark. You couldn't see
Yeah.
anything. It was
No.
hot.
Because it took so long to get out of LA that
Mhm.
it did get dark and we're driving and I'm just like...
There was nowhere to really stop.
No.
We didn't really have a plan. We were trying to get to Phoenix for our hotel.
Yeah. It was
'Cause-
the worst drive we've ever had.
Yeah.
It was terrible. But
We've survived.
like we were fine. It wasn't like we were having any problems with each other. But we were both just like, we gotta get to Phoenix.
I think driving through the desert just kind of freaked both of us out a little bit.
because there was literally
Because
nothing
there's
there.
nothing. So if something happens, it's not like you can pull over to a gas station.
Yeah.
You would go
There's no
100
gas
miles
stations.
and see nobody or nothing.
There's no gas stations. But thankfully, Jackie's really prepared. And so we stopped for gas at the last gas station. And the next one was like 200 miles.
Yeah, it was a long ways.
It was probably 100 miles, but it felt like 200 miles.
It felt like it was a long ways. But once we got to Phoenix,
Yeah.
you took me to the botanical garden.
Yeah, we went to the botanical garden.
And this is my first time in the desert, so I thought that was incredible. I didn't know there's so many cacti.
I didn't
so many
either.
different types.
And they're really cool looking.
They really are. They're fun.
That's also where Jackie fell in love with Hatch chilies.
Oh, yes.
Hatch green chilies.
Hatch chili anything. Sign me up.
If you ever go to Hy-Vee in the in the late fall, is it?
It's the second week of August, and
Okay.
you won't find any Hatch chilies because they're in my kitchen.
I was like, I don't know what time of the year it is. I should know this because we go to Hy-Vee like every 2 days.
Yeah, I do.
So that
I
you
go
can get
every day
Hatch-
to go buy them out because they
Yeah.
have mild ones and spicy ones, and I like the mild ones, and those sell out faster.
But-
I still have some frozen ones. We need to make some fajitas.
Here's one thing I do have to say. I have to praise the Hatch chilies because the Hatch chilies are the reason that I got that bottle of Rock Hill Farms.
Yeah.
Because they were having a bourbon raffle at the Hy-Vee liquor, and you could only put one entry in a day. Well, we were there every 2 days because Jackie had to get the Hatch chilies.
It was
So-
quite convenient timing.
I was going in every 2 days and putting my name in and Jackie's name in. And then you had to be in person to win. And we show up. And of course, they pulled my name out and I was pumped. Jackie was like, I want to look in that bag because I bet you it's only your name and my name in
Because
that
you
bag.
put which bourbon you wanted. There's a bag for each bourbon.
Yeah. You don't get to put it for
And there was
all.
like Blanton's and some things that we had that other people were dream bottles.
Exactly.
And I had never heard of this one. So you
Yeah.
had to teach me a little bit about it. I don't think people realized what a special find it was.
Yeah, joke's on them. We got the most rare one.
And I had so many Hatch chili peppers.
Yeah. And the Hatch chilies, they are legit. Like really legit. But you'll have to come to our house to try them because there's going to be none
I
in
own
the
all the
store.
ones in the store.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, we went to that game. We went to that game in the end of May of 2023. That's at Chase Field. They have a dome as well, but it's somehow way cooler than Tampa's.
Yeah.
And they have a pool. So that's
Swimming
cool.
pool in the ballpark.
Yep, right center field. They got a swimming pool. And people have actually caught home runs while floating on floaties. That's peak Arizona right there.
Yeah, it is.
It was built for $354 million in 1998 with a seating capacity of 48,519. The second largest seating capacity only to the Dodgers. So that's a fun fact. Big place, which is weird because like they don't.
It didn't feel that big. And I don't
Yeah.
think of them as being big baseball
Yeah,
fans.
but it's a big place.
But it was really nice and clean and open. I like
We
that one.
did the ballpark tour and it was the best tour guide we've probably had on a ballpark
I would
tour.
shout out his name, but I don't remember it. But he was amazing.
Yeah, we didn't write that down. We wrote down the fire roasted shells, but
Did
not-
you write down the fancy donut
Yes, I did.
thing that we ate?
So the tour guide told us you have to have a churro dog. It's like the thing to do here. So we immediately went and got a churro dog
'Cause they
sell
sell
out.
out.
Yeah, they sell out.
They're like the 6th inning, and we didn't want to risk that.
No, so we went first inning. We went and got a churro dog, and it was legit.
It was like a churro, like the hot dog, and then there's like a donut bun
Yeah.
and
It was
whipped
like
cream or I don't know. There was
2 long johns with a churro in the middle and ice cream and whipped cream and sprinkles and cinnamon dust and all sorts of things.
All the things that give you diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes. It's
we shared, so it's okay.
Or the sugars, as they're known. The Red Sox won 7-2, and we got to see Chris Sale pitch, which is great.
I used to love Sale Day, so
Yeah.
I'm sure I loved it.
You were excited about it. He doesn't play for us anymore because he kept getting hurt. He's only like 110 pounds.
I know, he's like
And he-
stretched little skinny guy.
And the weird thing is he gets hurt in weird ways.
Yeah, like when he was hurt.
Like
He
fell off
got
his
hurt,
bike or something.
And then he came back in his first game back. He threw a pitch and they hit it into his hand and it broke his hand.
Yeah.
And then he was coming back to rehab and he was riding a bicycle. I don't know if he hit something. Someone hit him. He fell off, broke his hand again.
Yeah. He's
It's a pitcher. You need a hand.
all sorts of problems.
So yeah, he just had a run of really bad luck. But
Yeah.
like 2018 Sale Day, I would rush home from work so excited to watch him pitch. He made it really fun for a few years.
And we won the World Series in 2018, so he was having a good year.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job then.
For sure. Let's move along. The Cubs. The Cubs were next. We went there in July. We went to a few places in 2023. So, what can we say? Wrigley, it's historic, gorgeous.
We love historic.
The Ivy.
Beautiful.
It was built in 1914 for $250,000 with a seating capacity of 41,118. They have a really cool thing. There's rooftop bleachers across the street that were built on top of local buildings, and fans can buy tickets to them. That's like kind of a way that they supplement their rent. Someday we should do that because it looked
That
fun.
would be fun.
But we went in July of 2023. The Cubs beat the Red Sox 10-4. So we got to learn the Go Cubs Go. Go Cubs Go. Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They just sing it over and over and over.
The funny part about the Cubs is first, this was the first ballpark that I went to. My family went in the early 90s and I loved it. It was just super fun. And Iowa doesn't have any sport teams. So after school, I would sometimes watch the Cubs because they would be broadcasted on our local channels. So if I had to pick a Nationals team, it potentially could and would be the Cubs. But we have been to ballparks where the Red Sox have big rivalries like the Yankees. I have never been heckled more than sitting in the Cubs ballpark.
Yeah,
Wrigley Field, we got heckled the entire game. Not in a bad way. It was a fun way. Really funny because they had a passionate fan base, and I liked that.
Yeah. We did really get heckled a lot. Our pitcher was not doing well, and the guy was giving us the business about it. And I was starting to get sick of it, so I leaned forward and I said, "What team did you play for?"
He shut up real quick.
He did shut up really quick. I was just curious. I thought with how much he knew, he must have played.
He thought he knew a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But I really loved being down by Wrigleyville. Like, it was great.
That area was really fun.
Yeah. And we had good food there, too. There was that cool, like, chicken sandwich place.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah.
You tried a Chicago dog.
Yep.
We did a bunch of museums when we were there. We did everything we could really quick. Energy changed about 8:30, so we didn't do anything late at night. We went back to the hotel.
Got to see the dinosaur experience. We did an architecture tour. The Pompeii exhibit was in town, so that was cool.
I love ancient Roman history, so I drug her to that, but she loved it too. It was one of my favorites.
We also went to the Shedd Aquarium.
Beautiful.
We got to try that rainbow cone thing.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, that was cool.
But it was really good.
I like
Once
food.
again, talking about food.
Yeah, I like food trucks and stuff. So they had those trucks down by the museums, and we're like, rainbow cone, they're famous for it.
Apparently they've had it for like 100 years.
Yeah.
They have like, what, 7 flavors on there?
And then we got that pizza pot pie.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Dr. Russo, for telling me about. My gosh, that place was great.
That was really fun. It was kind of in like the northern suburbs or something. I don't know. We had to walk a bit to get there, but it was
it was so good.
Well worth it.
Then let's jump to 2024. We go to San Francisco because we want to check out the Giants ballpark and go to an Oakland A's game because we knew it was going to be their last season, and we wanted to see it while we were where they actually had the A's history before seeing them down in Vegas. So we go to San Francisco Giants. We get a tour. We once again pay a taxi guy to drive like a bat out of hell to get us to a tour. But it was built in 2000 for $255 million with a seating capacity of 48,500. There's waterfront views, And if a ball lands in the bay, they call it a splash hit.
And I think boats go like collect it.
Yep, kayakers. They hang out in the water during a game so that they can get a ball. We went April 2nd, 2024. So right at the beginning of the season. We also, of course, did all the San Francisco things. The Alcatraz, the cable car, In-N-Out Burger. That's another thing I go and get if it's around.
We did the redwoods.
Yeah, redwoods.
Of course, it rained.
Of course it did.
Time. So I chose to stay at a hotel in San Francisco thinking it would be safer than Oakland. So I'm like, we'll just take the train over to Oakland, go to the A's game and come back. So I do all this research and I pick the perfect hotel. It is great. It is next to the light rail. It is next to the line that goes to the subway. It's close to the cable car that goes down to Alcatraz.
And I am just looking up, like, where's the safe spots of San Francisco? And I see everywhere on the internet, everywhere in San Francisco is relatively safe except for the Tenderloin District. So I say to Jackie, I'm just going to look up where this Tenderloin District is. If you walk out the front of our hotel, you're safe. If you go out the left door, you're in the Tenderloin District.
And we learned what people do in the Tenderloin District. So we got a firsthand account.
We ended up saying, screw it. Jackie found this original speakeasy called the Anti-Saloon League, and we had to just go to it.
You had to have like a secret code to get in, and it was like completely dark in there.
It was the coolest
amazing
experience.
Tours.
Well, it's in Tenderloin District. And so
yes, it is.
It wasn't very far from our hotel, though, like 2 blocks.
Very close.
2-3 blocks. And so we're walking to the Tenderloin or to the speakeasy, and we're looking down alleys. People are literally passed out off of heroin.
We saw one alley that had like 17 guys standing there just all shooting each other up.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm like, just keep looking forward. We need to just get there.
They were down the alley.
They don't care.
They were worried about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. We're walking. We go to the speakeasy. We have a wonderful time there. I got to try Old Carter. It was delicious. One of the best pours I've ever had. We come out.
And it's like 8:30 at night. It is not late.
No. We figured we're kind of going in a shady spot. We'll get back early. We come out of the speakeasy. And it's tent city. Literally, like every homeless person
on the sidewalks.
Every homeless person has erected a tent
because they all live in the Tenderloin District.
Yeah. And I was like, well, okay. Apparently, they're all coming home for the evening. And I said, just keep walking with a purpose. It'll be fine. And they didn't bother us.
Not one bit.
One lady was like passed out in the street and like she had kicked her shoes off in the middle of the road.
She's like on the street corner and she's just like, I'm at home, and kicked them off.
I promise she wasn't hit by a car. She was fine. She was breathing.
She chose to lay there.
But we were like, let's get on back to our hotel.
We do not belong here.
And then we went to that like Sears place for that really good breakfast.
Yeah.
And literally a week after we were there, a football player got shot at the place.
And this used to be it's a fancy area that used to have high scale restaurants and shopping. Yeah. And all the shopping places are leaving.
Yeah.
Because it's not safe anymore.
But here's the thing.
He was shot right where we were at.
It was his fault though, because give the guy your watch.
Yeah.
Come on.
Make millions and millions of dollars, you can buy a new watch.
What are you doing? Here's a lesson for you people. If someone wants your things, just give it to them. I mean, it's not worth your life.
Things are replaceable. Yeah. People are not.
Exactly. I want to tell my favorite story from our San Francisco time. Jackie wanted to try this ice cream place.
I forgot about this.
She's like, oh, well, we can take this cable.
We'll take the yellow line over.
Yeah,
It'll be great.
We'll take the yellow line over and we won't have to walk too far because, of course, it's hot again, okay? We get off at this location because Jackie's like, I don't even really know where we are.
Didn't realize that there's a light rail and like a train, and both of them have yellow. So we went into the one station that housed both of those and turned right instead of left.
Yep. And so we got on
we were on the light rail.
Yeah.
Not the train.
Yep. And we're going along and Jackie's like, I'm confused. Like, we're not where we're supposed to be.
And I couldn't figure out how to get back on the light rail because they like didn't have stops.
Yeah. So we just got off.
Decided to take a walk.
So here's the thing. From our hotel, this ice cream place was a mile. And so we were going to just cut it down a little bit. Well, where we got off the light rail was 1.3 miles of a walk to the ice cream shop. We went the complete wrong way. And it's like, screw it. This time we're going to walk. And you know, a mile is not a long walk, but if you've never been to San Francisco, it's literally uphill every way.
It's so hilly.
Yeah. And it's not like a gradual.
And it was hot.
It's not gradual. It's an incline. You can feel your thighs burning. But I said, screw it. We don't know how to get back on here. We're lost. We'll just walk. So we're walking and Jackie says, oh my goodness, look at over here.
We were at this park that had the most beautiful view of San Francisco in the background.
Yeah, she's like,
all of these
look.
people are out enjoying the weather. They've got their dogs out in the park and all the dogs are greeting each other. And I said, I want to take a selfie. We don't take enough pictures together. Get over here.
Yeah. And she's like, look at how beautiful it is here.
And Elisa says, we're not taking a picture here. And I go, I'm holding my phone. It won't get stolen.
Yeah.
Made her take the picture.
She thought I was worried about her phone getting stolen.
So, and I didn't realize she had other concerns until we were at the hotel hours later.
So here's the thing. No, I showed you at the place. We laughed. We laughed right there. Yeah. I take the picture reluctantly, but I take the picture and I say to her, I think maybe we were a little bit down the street and I told you, but I go, Jackie, literally that park was full of men in Speedos with the Speedo
like
up.
thong Speedos.
Yeah, it was up their butt cracks. And
You
they
could
were
see a lot of cheeks.
They were doing weird poses. I don't know what was
All
going
I
on.
saw was the cute puppies. I didn't see any of this, but it happened. I've seen picture proof.
Your Honor, let the record show. I have shown this picture to a lot of people, and they do not see the dogs first. So
It made the Christmas card.
yeah. But, you know, I think you made the right choice in life because you didn't notice all the naked men. But anyway, that was an experience, and it was on our Christmas card. So, you know, you've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was a whole ordeal. But
And then the ice cream wasn't even any good.
No, the ice cream sucked, honestly. There's better ice cream at Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was completely overdone. When we walked up, I knew we were in trouble because there was no line.
Mm-hmm.
If there's like a place you got to go and there's no line, it's not a place you want
Well,
to
we
go.
thought it was good because they have a store in the ballpark and we weren't able to eat it there. So we thought we'd get it at the store outside.
It was crap.
It was not worth our 2.5 mile walk.
No.
But we have great memories.
Yeah, we do. And we want to see that park. So
Gorgeous views.
look at this beautiful park filled with naked men.
I had no idea until she showed me the picture and zoomed in.
That was a really nice ballpark, though.
San Francisco, that's top notch. That's one of my top favorite ones.
Yep, agree. Our not favorite, the Oakland A's.
Across the bay.
Yep, the Oakland Coliseum
Is disintegrating.
Yep, it was built in 1968 for $25.5 million with a seating capacity of 35,067. It is known to have the largest foul territory in baseball because it was also built for football, which is really good for pitchers but not great for fans hoping to catch a foul ball in the seventh row. Not going to happen. When we got there, we were disappointed that they didn't offer tours, but when we got into it, we realized why they don't. Literally, it's rusting apart.
Mm-hmm. Like holes.
Yeah. I didn't even know if we were safe sitting where we were, to be honest.
I thought we might need a tetanus shot.
Yeah. The fans that were there, though, are super passionate. And you could tell they're very upset.
They had their drumline thing.
Yeah. But they were going to move the people to Vegas. So, yeah, they always have those dudes that sit in the outfield and drum. But they were
there.
They had signs that said sell the team. They were upset.
They were not happy. One of the fun parts about going, though, is we took that light rail over and we had to walk over that cement bridge. And that's been in a lot of movies.
Tons of movies. But I was a little concerned that it's completely fenced all the way around.
Yeah, it didn't feel super safe, but we were there with thousands of other fans.
And that was for our safety, not for anyone else's safety. You know you're in trouble if you're fenced in for your safety.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a day game, so we weren't worried. It was April 3rd, 2024. The Red Sox won 1-0. However, the unfortunate part about it is the lady next to me basically sat on my lap.
The funny thing is, and we have not talked about this yet, we go to a lot of ballparks where there aren't a lot of home fans and there's a lot of Red Sox fans.
Yeah.
And there could be sections upon sections of completely empty rows, like no people in the section at all.
Yeah.
Our row will be completely full.
Yeah.
And the person next to Elisa will be sitting in her lap.
Yeah.
Inevitable.
And whoever's by Jackie always has to get up a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
I
whole
swear
thing.
I shower. I don't think it's about me, but
It's a whole thing.
they're always up and moving.
Yeah. We just must pick desirable places to watch ball games.
You do research and pick good spots. I wonder if other people do the same thing.
That's probably it.
There's always people in our row.
We're probably at a point where we could just buy the tickets the day of, truthfully. But I know that would give you too much anxiety.
I can't do it.
If we fly somewhere without tickets.
I realize that's dumb because you can get in. We're not going to like postseason games, right? We're going to
I mean, we have
A's
been
games where there's 1,000 people there.
We
total.
have been to some sellouts, so we have.
We have.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our Oakland experience in San Francisco. We got to do Alcatraz.
It rained.
Yep, it did.
We ended up very wet.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I love the redwoods. They were beautiful.
It was much better this trip. We went to San Francisco years before, and it was when the government shut down.
It's like
so like
2012 or something.
everything
2011.
was closed.
Everything we wanted to do. Everything lined up. We went for an air show. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Alcatraz didn't happen.
Redwoods didn't happen.
Didn't happen. All these things that were on my bucket list.
Yeah.
The reason we went to California.
Yeah.
Closed.
But we made it up. We did it this time. So
Yes, we did.
It's all good. Next up, Chicago White Sox, guaranteed rate field, a solid ballpark. They have a pretty good food section. Built in 1991 for $150 million with a seating capacity of 40,615. It was the first new ballpark after Camden Yards, but didn't get the same love. So they've been upgrading it ever since. Their helmet nachos could probably feed a family of four. Huge, huge.
So the funny thing about the White Sox is we were not planning on going there.
No, we weren't.
And we decided to very last minute because they had a campfire milkshake.
Yep. Jackie says, okay, we got to get this campfire milkshake, and it's such a pain to make that they're probably not going to make it next season, so we need to go.
And then I bribed her with bourbon. So we
Yep.
went to Chicago via Kentucky.
Yeah. Did you not know that you get to Chicago by going to Kentucky?
This is why I navigate.
We went to Kentucky and we got the cherry cola.
That
Fearless.
one is so good.
Oh, so good. And then we went up to Chicago for the game, and it
Oh,
rained.
guess what happened? It rained.
It rained.
Like hardcore rain.
Rained heavily. And the Red Sox lost 1-6, which is embarrassing because the White Sox were terrible that year. Terrible.
Like, they were so terrible, we thought they might sell the team and they might leave.
Yeah.
Which is why we decided we should probably go sooner rather than later.
But it was actually busy that game because they had their Hawaiian shirt giveaway. And that was another one when people were wearing them multiple years.
It was really fun to watch.
Yeah. And the campfire milkshake was worth driving to Chicago for.
Oh, it was. It was huge and
Yeah.
delicious. They did that right.
Did I say we went in June of 2024? I don't remember if I did. We went in June.
You did not. You just said next up was Chicago.
Yeah, we went in June. That was a good time.
Yeah, nice little quick trip.
It was a good time. I like the sign where it has the little candies that when they hit a homer.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks
That
cool.
was cute and fun to watch.
Yeah. Then July comes and we decide to go to Colorado Rockies, Coors Field. Beautiful mountain views, kind of a purple sky. But, we didn't consider how thin the air is when we had a little bit of bourbon before the game.
We got, we stayed in Colorado Springs and then we came up to Denver just for the night. So we had a hotel room just for the night of the game and then we were flying back the next day. And we couldn't get into our hotel room first.
Yeah.
And so we're like, let's just go have a drink, which
Like,
if you guys know me is kind of unusual for me. I don't drink that often.
Look, there's a cool little whiskey bar
Yeah,
here. Let's try
It looks great.
Yeah.
Bartender was so nice. We had 2 drinks.
Then we stood up. And I think that's how we sounded walking into the ballpark. Jackie was just laughing. And we get in and I go, they have hatch green chili cheese sausages. I'm going to go get those.
We went around the ballpark just eating food.
We immediately got cheese.
But again, I'm sold with anything with Hatch.
And I got a mustache roll.
I had something fun too. What did I go get? Did you write that down? We should write down what food we get in our book. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I
I
did.
had something with cinnamon.
I don't know. I got a mustache roll.
No, that was really cute. It was like a mustache, shaped bread.
Yeah. The ballpark was built in 1995 for $354 million with a seating capacity of 50,445. And the fun fact about their ballpark is they have a humidor that they keep the balls in because they found that the altitude makes them fly farther. So without the humidor, every game would be home run after home run after home run. So the humidor helps keep that under control, which we thought was really interesting.
It'd be funny if they only used the humidor for balls for the opposing team and then switched it out.
Oh gosh, that would. How sinister.
We like baseball facts. That was fun to learn.
The Rockies beat us in 12 innings, 9-8. So we were glad we had a hotel really close by because it went late. And do you remember this part? Because I wrote it down. The bed was making a loud banging noise, and we kept thinking it was the kids at the pool. I wrote that in the book.
I remember that I somehow ripped a mole and was bleeding everywhere. And that was when I was still a little tipsy and couldn't figure out what was happening.
My gosh. We also, because we were in Colorado Springs, we got to go to the Air Force Academy. And here's another time that we ate at Torchy's twice.
Yes, we did.
And I went to In-N-Out Burger again because I love In-N-Out Burger. But the Air Force Academy was cool to see, but it was sad because their chapel was under construction.
You couldn't see any of it, and that's like their claim to fame. And the rest of the buildings, you could tell they were built in the 60s.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about.
No, not at all.
Nothing like the Naval Academy or West Point.
Yeah, I would agree completely. But
I was excited to go to Colorado because I thought it'd be fun to go hiking in the mountains. But again, we weren't able to do so because it rained really heavy.
Yeah.
And they were saying there's going to be flash flooding, and we didn't think we had any business being up there. So instead, we went and saw Twisters, the movie.
Yep.
In that giant, 100-foot screen.
It's the biggest
We were in
screen.
a warehouse.
Yeah, biggest screen I've ever seen.
It was incredible.
It's bigger than outdoor movie theater screens.
Yeah, by factors of a lot. It was a lot.
It was huge.
As large as the eye can see.
Yeah, it was big. And that was really fun to do. And it actually was storming when we went into the theater.
Yeah. We were trying to get in and stay dry.
Yep. We did do a little bit of
we went to
trail.
Garden of the Gods.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful, but it wasn't quite what I was picturing when I was picturing hiking in the mountains and going over streams. But it was something I had not seen that was beautiful.
And it did rain there a little bit too.
It rains everywhere we go.
Yeah. Once again, we got to have Torchies, so it's all good. And now we're coming up to this year. We're going to Toronto in September, and we're excited because we're going to do the Marriott room that's in the stadium, and you can open the window and they'll deliver the food to the room. So we're pumped to do that, and we'll update you later on this year of how that goes. We just got back from Washington, D.C., and we went to a Nationals game on the 4th of July. Nothing more patriotic than that, because they do the president's race where George Washington, Abe Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, and Thomas Jefferson sprint around the field. And for years, they never let Teddy win. So that's kind of fun.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. They said he was cursed, and it was a running joke.
Oh, that's funny.
The fans used to chant, "Let Teddy win." But he finally did win in 2012. True underdog story. They built it in 2008 for $611 million with a seating capacity of 41,222. It's the first major league stadium certified green, and that means the Nationals save energy, water, and your soul just by attending a game. Go Earth. Jackie forgot our passport, and so we got a lot of funny looks when we were stamping a random ripped piece of paper so we could glue it in.
Yeah.
The Red Sox won 11-2.
Guess how many of those runs I saw? 0.
Yeah, she kept waiting in lines for food. I got a brisket taco.
So I'm in line to get tacos, and I come back, and the Red Sox scored 7 runs in 1 inning, and the inning wasn't even over yet.
Yeah. And you got a Korean corn dog.
Yeah, which I'd never had before. It was a half sausage, half mozzarella stick. It was very good. But my favorite was Rita's Italian Ice, because it was really hot, really humid.
Yeah,
very refreshing.
We got a Rita's every other inning, basically.
Yeah, we did. I would have gotten more, but the line was too long.
We got Georgia peach.
Yes.
Root beer.
Mango.
Blue raspberry, my favorite fruit.
But the good news is, for those of you in Minnesota, they have a Rita's up near the cities.
Egan and Apple Valley, right?
Yeah.
We also found out that it started in Pennsylvania and is in 32 states with a total of 600 stores. That's pretty cool.
I didn't know that till right now.
Yeah. I did a little research. Not enough, though, because we're kind of all over the place.
I have no notes.
I really liked DC, though. It jumped way up there on my favorite cities that I visited. Not only do you get to immerse yourself in history with all the different museums, the Capitol, the White House, the monuments, all the things, but the neighborhoods. We got to stay in historic LaDroit Park.
We did. We stayed in an Airbnb.
Yep. It was like a row house, and we get back, and it was once again raining.
Downpouring.
It only rained that one night, though, but we get in, and we're playing some games with the neighbors, and we go up to our room, and Jackie says, "Oh no, your water bottle leaked in my bag," because her backpack is soaked.
Soaking wet. There's a big puddle next to it on the bed.
Yeah. And I lift my hand up and I say, "My water bottle is right here."
And I could not figure out what happened.
And then Nikki's like, "The ceiling is leaking." Ah, shit.
It leaked on the bed onto my stuff. My bag was directly under the leak.
Yeah, it just leaked on her stuff.
But I had just bought a book and it was like a foot away, and that was fine.
Completely
So
dry.
We're taking that as a win.
So we're trying to quick hurry and like move the bed out of the way and everything. And Justin's comment was hilarious because he just leans in and goes, yeah, let's rent over a 200-year-old house. That's a great idea.
But it had a beautiful backyard.
A beautiful, beautiful backyard. I still don't know how he parked that car down that.
We had this huge Suburban and the tiniest alley you've ever seen, like made for a single horse to walk through.
I thought we took pictures of it but I can't find the pictures of the alley.
I have them. I wonder if I didn't send them to you.
Oh, you didn't?
I will send them to you.
Because I'm trying to explain this to people how narrow this thing is, and they just don't understand.
It's hard to understand until you've actually seen it.
Yeah. Get to see the fireworks. Like, it was great.
Fireworks on the 4th of July in our national capital.
Yeah. That was just something. And the
was
food
special.
again. We got to go to Jack Rose. They have 27,000 whiskeys that you can order pours of if you'd like.
It had whiskey on 3 sides of the restaurant. It was a long, skinny restaurant, like floor to ceiling. And then at one point we looked over, and we were there before most people were there. And this guy had picked up the seating part of a booth.
Yeah.
And they had bourbon in the seats.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's everywhere. But they had it, I asked him, they have it sorted by kind of distillery and kind of by state.
Yeah. We only tried 4 of the 27,000.
And all the food.
And we tried most of their food. I had a very good steak. We also got to go to that chicken and whiskey place by the ballpark, which was Peruvian food. And it was like the best.
It's like a Chipotle,
but
made by a Michelin star chef.
Yeah, it is so
it was
good.
Top notch.
And we got the sweet plantains. Those puppies were amazing.
Caramelized deliciousness.
Yeah. And we went to the Red Hen, and
It's an Italian restaurant.
we didn't realize that it opened at 5:30. We assumed it opened at 5. We walk up and there's this big line, and
It's like 5:28.
I said to the guy in the front, "Hey, are you guys all already checked in?" And he goes, "The place isn't even open yet. It opens at 5:30." I'm like, "Oh, never mind." So there was a line to get in, but we are noobs, so we didn't know like there was going to be a rush.
They opened the door and it was a free for all run.
Everybody
to the
ran.
bar.
Everyone ran to the bar, but they were able to get us a table. So I like that we got a table better.
I did too. It was a little bit more private.
We got to share different dishes. So we could try some more of the dishes. It was really good. We got dessert that time. We don't always get that.
We usually don't, but it was really good there. Nice, fun treat.
And we had good Mexican. It was also good. I would definitely go back.
I feel like we packed as much in as we possibly could in the week we were there, but I would love to go back and do some of the things we weren't able to do.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else that we missed?
I think you got most of our weird, fun stories.
It's almost 2 hours.
To cut some stuff out. No one wants to listen to us for 2 hours.
They can listen in stages, but
maybe we can put them to sleep. You're getting very sleepy.
You're going to go to bed. You are on the beach, but maybe you don't want to be on the beach because there's sand in your underwear. I don't know. You are by the ocean, and you just hear the waves, and they go in and they go out. Are you asleep? Okay. We did get to see the Savannah Bananas in Des Moines.
Oh yeah,
Tina got us in with the K Club stuff. She got a hookup.
Thanks, Tina Maria. That was awesome.
Tina, you're great. They do awesome dances.
They are on stilts and pitch. They have a really fun rules to the game that they've changed where every player has to touch it before you can tag someone stealing a base.
And if a fan catches a foul tip, it's an out. That one's cool.
Well, good thing the guy didn't spike it on someone's head there.
Yeah. They're basically the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah.
And we'll get to see them in a couple weeks. Well, not the bananas, but we're going to see the party animals. So that'll be fun. We like it. We like our baseball trips. And we hope that you find something that you love equally as much that you can explore and do. And I can't wait to go to Toronto. That'll be cool. They have the stadium with the first fully retractable roof. Opened in 1989.
I actually have been to Toronto before, and I feel like it took like 3 innings for the roof to open.
Yeah.
In my memory, I was a teenager, but it feels like it took
20
forever.
minutes. 20 minutes to open and close. I'm going to for sure have to get something with poutine just because.
Well, you're in Canada.
It's the national treasure. Something with maple.
Yeah, that too.
For sure.
to go find some breakfast.
Well, thanks for letting me spring this on you, but our fans, they're clamoring for episodes. And so we had to get one out.
It was fun to go back on baseball memory lane. So thanks for having me.
And if you're interested to know more, we obviously have a lot more to talk about with our trips, but we can't do it all here. So feel free to ask us about it.
Yeah, we love to talk about our travels.
Yeah, we'll happily tell you. And that wraps up this leg of our baseball stadium saga. From Target Field's skyline views to brisket nachos in Texas and mustache mascots in Cincinnati, every park had its quirks and every game its story. We've laughed in the rain, roasted in the 100-degree heat, chased churros, and our team across the country. And somehow we always found time for tacos, bourbon, and baseball history. We've seen the legends play, mascots race, and strangers become part of the story. Whether they were dancing in the rain or sitting way too close in Oakland, one thing's for sure, the game brings people together. From coast to coast, dome to ivy wall, we are more than halfway through our ballpark passport. Thanks for tagging along on Dippy Does It All, Tales from the Trip, Baseball Edition. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your road trip crew, ballpark buddy, or your grandma's dog. We won't judge. Sunburnt, snack stuffed, and chasing foul balls somewhere near the dugout. Until next time, keep your glove ready and your stadium snacks closer. We'll see you in the cheap seats.